Lasers. I could just bring out my laser. Because if I go into any hangars and stuff, it's going to remove it. And I'm not bothered for that. It still count as bad sport. It will still count as bad sport, yeah. Do you know what I find hilarious is the hypocrisy. Is they're going, that's what noobs do. It's like, you're saying I'm the griefer, but I'm killing you who are griefing random people. Which clearly they're proving because... Cheers for that. That's alright. Look, they're trying to kill you because you're not in God mode, but they won't try it with me. Which just shows how fucking stupid they are. Oh. He died as well. Yeah, no, he keeps trying. If I had... Look what he's named his group. I own this lobby. This guy is a fucking hypocrite. It's hilarious. Almost killed him then. Yeah, no, I see you. The hypocrites that are coming out with you're griefing people. It's like it says the one flying around in a jet trying to kill someone who's not in God mode. Shut up, you fucking nonce. You're all bark, no bite. And he's called his group as well, I own this lobby. You don't own shit, you fucking nonce. Brain dead neek. All bark, no bite. In reality, he's got nothing going for him. That's why he's a GTA-Tryhard. Because he's got nothing in real life. He's got no friends, no family, no girlfriend. There's no point wasting your breath. I've already told them I'm in God mode to kill griefers. And they're going, oh, but you're griefing people. It's like, if they come up to me and shoot me, yeah, I'm going to fucking kill them. They need to be taught early. Don't be a fucking griefer. Don't try and go and ruin the game for other people because you want to be a cunt. The only reason they're angry is because they can't kill me and they can't get their KD up. Because without their KD, they're nothing. That's all it is. They're a nobody. Without their KD to validate who they are as a person, they're a fucking nobody. That's why they behave like this, because they know if they don't, then they're just a worthless sack of shit in real life. Yeah, but GTA-Tryhards don't want to admit to that, do they? They want to behave like a cunt, they want to act like a cunt, talk like a cunt, and then when it comes to crunch time, they can't handle being called what they are. This guy goes, I own this lobby. You don't own shit, you fucking nonce. It is, it's definitely a fat Yankee American who can't handle the truth and tries to play that whole, oh, griefer, look in the fucking mirror, mate. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the biggest cunt of them all? It's you. You fucking Yankee Doodle sack of shit, mate. You're just mad because you can't get your KD up. Suck my fucking knob. Yeah, just try and hide inside somewhere. I'm trying to pull something out, but because I've got so many fucking cops after me, it's making it difficult to do anything. The Tryhards of GTA are the most brain-dead community to ever exist.
Hello, how you doing? How can I help?
Yeah, it's understandable, man. Just give me a sec. I'm trying to pull something out. I unfortunately can't, what's it called? Unfortunately can't bring the jet out because this nonce keeps sitting above me trying to kill me. They're all bark, no bite. It's all mouth. That's all it is. In reality, you know they've got glass jaws and they go down in one swing. If they've got something to say, they can come say it in a party or they can come say it over the headset. None of this fucking verbal over text. Because that's all Americans are good for. Yeah, but I don't have the program running on my PC at the moment. I did own some malware that I brought off a mate, but it stopped working because he changed the programming. But yeah, I used to use a menu for it. You know you can boot people offline without needing them to be in a party. You just need to obtain the IP address, and then you need to use a sort of like a booting program. It's difficult to explain to people who don't understand it fully. A lot of them are. Spider and Bruno I'm not too bothered about. It's Cryus and Azrael that are the issues. They're just low-life scumbags who can't handle being told the truth, that they're dicks. They can't handle it, so they throw a tantrum and they throw their toys out the pram, because in reality they've got nothing going for them in real life. It's GTA for you, innit? They'd hang out with tryhards, but they won't hang out with people who kill individuals like him for the right reason. And they go, you're griefing people. Well, it's like, put it like this from a tryhard's perspective. If you're a tryhard and somebody comes up to you and they shoot you for no reason, of course you're going to kill them, aren't you? Why? Because they're a griefer. Let him do what he's going to do, because if he chooses to try to start a fight with us, it's his own fault if he gets killed. And if he goes, you're using God mode, suck a dick. You want to behave like a tryhard, you die like one. They can't handle the truth, that's all it is. They're low life nobodies. I would go buy explosive ammo to take this cunt out of his jet, but it takes the God mode off, so I'm going to have to just stick with using the oppressor or something. I swear it's always Americans on GTA that have got the biggest... I can see someone in an Apache. I'm not fucking stupid, mate. I'm not sure if that's one of a random player or if that's one of them, but I'm sure it's... Kill who? Yeah, there's not much I can do without explosive rounds. Because Azrael just kills himself consistently to maintain his KD, because he's a mouthy little KD warrior. Can't kill Cries because he keeps dodging my missiles. If I had explosive rounds, I would have taken him out by now. And then other players aren't really my problem, it's just these two that have got the biggest ego problem. That's all it is, it's an ego problem. They think they're hot shit, like I said, in reality they're a nobody. They behave like this because they've got nothing going for them in real life. In real life, I'm a very different person. I can mouth off on a video game, but it's like my granddad always said, if you're going to have some bark, give a bit of bite, and if you're going to give a bit of bite, have some good bark. At the end of the day, if they want to mouth off, they can mouth off, but in reality it'd be a different ball game. They wouldn't do it in real life because they're the types of people they know they'd end up getting killed. That's the reality of the world. If you're going to mouth off to the wrong people, you're going to find out what happens. I am unfortunately trying to, I say unfortunately, I am trying to get my sort of my IP and booting software back, because I had to wipe my PC recently because it got a virus because of some stupid Discord issue. Plus the ones that I was using were a bag of shit, they didn't really work properly. So I've got a mate who actually makes the programs, so I might buy a program off of him. And I'll just have my PC running on in the background. If someone wants to run their mouth and chat shit, then I'll just pull their IP. I don't typically like booting people offline, but when mouthy little cunts like this think they're hot shit, they need to be reminded of the reality of the world. Well, it depends, because if you run a Trojan program, or what's referred to as a Trojan virus, it's basically disguised as a piece of malware or software that your PC, quote unquote, or internet needs. And Trojan virus basically is, think of it like, no, think of it like bacteria or like fungus. Fungus eventually grows and expands to create a bigger hive, a bigger bacterial culture. Trojan viruses does that, but what it does is it's kind of like hydrochloric acid. If you've ever poured that on something, it will melt through something, but because it's got a molecular property that allows it to, you know, like coronavirus, when you pass it onto somebody, it holds onto them, and then it passes it onto the next person, and then to the next person, and to the next person. It affects all the firmware, the malware, it affects all the data, and if that gets into your Wi-Fi, or your internet router, or your DNS router, it's essentially like a hive network. It just eliminates everything within that router. So essentially, if you wanted to do a little bit of damage, you could boot someone offline temporarily as like a punishment and be like, you're a cunt, go fuck yourself, sort your attitude out, you fucking knob. Or you could send a Trojan virus through, which is what my favourite thing used to be to do. It shuts off their entire DNS, and if you wanted, it's almost like a kill switch. I have a mate who does that, and he's done it to his entire school at one point because he got fed up with the head teacher being a fucking cunt to him. He put a Trojan virus into the firmware of the school's network, sent it straight through to the DNS. It destroyed the DNS, and they had to buy a brand new one. So the school was without internet or any kind of network for like a good couple of months. That's because if you're smart enough, you know what you're doing, you can get away with it. There's no signal, there's no trace. Obviously, for you to send a Trojan virus, it needs to come through its own port. And by port, it needs to come through some form of email, some form of message. It needs a handshake. So in order for it to access something, it needs to shake hands with something. So typically that's things like the Wi-Fi network. For it to access it, you need to connect to the Wi-Fi, so it has access to all the devices. From the devices, it can access the files in those devices, like even albums on your phone. It can corrupt the albums, so you've got no more pictures. It can corrupt all the malware inside your phone, so like the App Store, the Google Safari, stuff like that. That used to be my favourite personally, because it would completely shut off their network entirely, so they wouldn't be able to access anything. I don't like doing it, but it's a last resort. If somebody doesn't want to face you in real life, they can get fucked and not have any more internet, and they can explain to mummy and daddy why they're a piece of shit and they pissed off the wrong individual on the internet. The internet's a dangerous place, and you can make someone go missing with the right messages. I don't normally like to bigot myself like that, but you know what? In this case, these lot are pieces of shit. And the only way these lot learn is for a fucking firm beating. That's what my granddad used to give me. If I ran my mouth too much, he'd fucking belt me one. And he'd teach me a lesson not to do it.
Hello, this is Morse Mutual Insurance.
If he was still alive now,
Look into it.
he would still probably have a go at me. Be like, you know, don't run your mouth over to people on the internet. But he was that kind of person, like, if it's for a good cause, by all means, you know. He taught me that necessary evil is better than unnecessary evil. So, you know, like war and military. Lord Pure. I've actually fought against him before. Oh, excuse me. I'm trying to find where these lot are. Oh, they're all up there, up top. I think it's difficult for me to get booted because I got a VPN, so Rockstar can't typically figure out who to boot. Mm. Probably a coincidence, isn't it? This guy is consistently trying to go after me. He's got some sort of fucking vendetta. He thinks he's a tough guy when in reality, like I said, he couldn't lift a wheel of cheese, the cunt. If he wants to behave like this on a video game, he can catch hands in real life. If he doesn't want to do that, he can keep his mouth shut, innit? Oh, look at that, you're dead. You fucking idiot. That's alright. It's a military vehicle, it'll drag you out of passive mode. Yeah. Rockstar implemented that as a form of, how do I put it? People used to passive pop on oppressors, on jets and stuff like that. So whenever you go into passive mode and then you jump into a military vehicle, it will take passive off of you as a way of stopping you from passive popping. So they're good at countering tryhards, but it's just a shame that they're not that good. Nah, leave Bruno alone. He's only level 7, man. The main people to kind of pick on is Cries, Azrael, and Smash. Smash tried to kill me once, but other than that, he hasn't tried. It's just Cries and Azrael that are the biggest cunts. Yeah, of course. They can vote to kick me all they want. VPN is gonna fucking keep me here. It's just gonna bounce my fucking IP around from place to place every time they try and kick me. It's not gonna catch up, because I've got an IP and I have a bouncer. Oh, the chafe countermeasures. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's the best thing. It's always been the best thing. After every 10 seconds. So you use it, and then after 10 seconds, where the countermeasures dispel, you use it again, and that will access for another 10 seconds. And then after that dispels, it's another 10 seconds. Yeah, it's very OP, yeah. It's like the main way to counter oppressors. Hide behind a building, access the chafe countermeasures, and then face them head on. They can't lock onto you, you can lock onto them. Simple, job's done. And then after 10 seconds, activate it again. After 10 seconds, activate it again. After 10 seconds, activate it again. I've played against people like this before. They're all bark, no bite. They're all like little dick energy. They're just upset because they've got nothing going for them in real life. That's all it is. It doesn't even surprise me that they've got nothing going for them, because with this sort of behaviour, even God himself would be disgusted. He'd probably sit there and laugh at them. I wouldn't even be surprised. God forbid, fucking, you know, one of their family ends up getting fucking some kind of illness. It's like flares mixed with a flashbang. A lot of modern military vehicles use it nowadays, especially the A10 Warthog. It uses flares and chafe countermeasures.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, but kids on GTA don't know the difference. They don't know no better, do they? They just hang around with Tryhards because they think it looks cool, and in reality it's far from cool. It's just disgusting behaviour that Rockstar need to get on top of. If Rockstar got rid of Tryhards and they banned griefers like they banned money glitchers, people like this would never see the light of day ever again. Easiest way to fight him is just go at him head on. You got him, well done. It's alright, better than nothing, innit? He didn't kill you, you know that, right? Oh no, you mean he'll get easy kills on you now? Oh yeah. Do you know what I find hilarious? It's the players that aren't tryhards that agree with what I do, and it's the tryhards that don't agree. Because they realise there's a fucking countermeasure to them now.
I bet they didn't realise that I had a fucking presser.
I don't think they care, to be honest. It's just all ego to them. That's all they care about, is flexing their ego, flexing how much of a wannabe tough guy they are over the internet. They can behave like that all they want. In reality, I say it time and time again, Lord is my witness. You behave like that on a video game, there's always a bigger fish. Somebody will come hunting you down. God forbid, you piss someone off enough times, the Grim Reaper's gonna come after you. If the Grim Reaper comes after you, you're fucked. And I'm... Monster. Yeah, I'm coming. I'm not going to bother blowing him up, I'm just going to go toe to toe with him and make him realise. I have no interest in doing this for ego, I have no interest in doing it for fucking KD. No, I'm saying it on the stream, obviously. Because the biggest thing for me is, if I stream stuff like this, it's to make people aware of how... No, he won't. He'll realise how much of a mug he is in a second. There you go, KD Warrior, blowing himself up. KD Warriors are all the same, they're so easy to tell apart. They only play GTA so they can get their KD up, so they can have a reason to PvP. If you want a PvP, go play something like Rust, go play something like DayZ. No, I'm alright. Chafe countermeasures, told you. Find it hilarious because I noticed how they immediately hate on me, like, oh, you're griefing, you did it. And what? Tryhards don't grief. Well, you lot haven't griefed people, you lot haven't fucking got your KDs to like 4 point something from killing people, no? Nah, of course not. Of course not. Because you're just an innocent little angel baby, aren't ya? Fuck off, Smash. Nice, well done. Getting stuck on a rock. How much of a joke is that? And do you know what I find very egotistical and brain dead of the tryhard? He goes, oh, I won't end up in bad sport because unless I save, nothing saves. It's like, autosave is a thing, you spastic. Are all fucking Americans this retarded? Not to say that they all are, but they fucking behave like it, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, I'm trying to get explosive ammo, but unfortunately I don't think I can. I'll tell you what I can do though. If you join my CE, can go so you can get out of here. Yeah, we'll do. They're probably sitting here like, oh, you look, we're getting all the kills, and then there's just us completely unbothered by this. Ah, oh, sad little children. There you go. Just kick him off it. Oh look, smash by the left. People like this wouldn't survive 2 minutes in a game like DayZ. They really wouldn't. You know they're probably, what, like in their mid-20s, maybe early 30s, and they're behaving like this. Oh dear. Sad little children. Yeah, you're in ghost mode, so you should be fine for a little bit. I'm gonna see if I can drop ammo and get I've got 8 explosive pump shotgun bullets, that's alright. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go over to there, capture the area, leave this guy in the tank, he's only selling his stuff. It wasn't him that shot you, it was the helicopters above him, the savages. I just want to make their life... The outfit's good, I'm a little bit confused by the shoes, because the shoes are like bright lime green. Is there a way to turn the light off so they look...
I'm sorry I couldn't help.
That looks way better. That looks way better. It looks way better like that. 100%. Hands down. Do you know, I'm just going to steal this bike, go over to the captured area and just stand in it. I'm just going to stand in it and take it from them. I'm just going to make their life as miserable as possible. Run, Forrest! Run! I was running. Rip I lobby. Tom Hanks is the day that the day that Tom Hanks dies is the day that the fucking world loses a fun. Do you want to jump off the bike quickly while I go into the centre of the area? I'm just going to take it from them. There's nothing they can do about it. What are they going to do? Fucking stop me? I'll be taking that. Ghost Malteser? Oh, Malteser. He's just spelt it incorrectly. Yeah, just take it. 2 right. What are they going to do? Stop me? Can't do nothing about it. If they're going to be cunts and they're going to fucking ruin everyone else's fun, I'm going to do the exact same thing to them. It's right, I've taken it already. They can't do nothing about it. If they want to ruin everyone else's fun and go around griefing people, I'm going to do the same fucking thing to them, except I'm going to do it twice as good. Magpie your girlfriend? No, he's just a mate. I already have a girlfriend, unless... You know, I'm taking applications if you want to be my new girlfriend. Well, he said is Magpie your girlfriend? So I said no, but I'll take applications if you want to be my new girlfriend. I don't mind. If you act like a bitch, I'll treat you like one. You know they don't have friends. You know they don't. I've heard too many people say, "Oh, is this person your girlfriend?" What? Because you can have a laugh together, that makes them your girlfriend. Well, I've got a lot of girlfriends then, mate. Because I have a laugh with a lot of people. Oh, he had it coming, didn't he? You know they're the types of people in life to take everything... I would have said BST, but he's not in the CEO. No, he's probably just got a strong gun. You can't get hacks in PS4. Everyone always does that. They go, "Oh, he's a hacker." He's like, no, he's just doing a God mode glitch. The fact that you're that stupid and you think it's 2011 in GTA playing... Oh no, GTA didn't come out in 2011, did it? 2013. Sky Malteser goes, get a life. I do have one. It's just a shame that I can't say the same thing about you, Sunshine. Do you know what? People like this don't faze me anymore. They don't. Because even when I didn't have God mode, I used to rinse the shit out of people in GTA. I just chose to use my skills now for a different fucking purpose. I don't believe in being a fucking tryhard anymore. I don't see the point of it. You don't gain anything. You don't look anything. You just look like a mug when you decide to be a tryhard. And the worst thing is, a lot of these people, probably in real life, go, oh, look at me, I'm a tryhard in GTA, I've got a 6.8 KD. What do you think fucking Stacey at the local party is going to think you're an hard man because of it? She's just going to think you're a nonce, mate. They can vote to kick me all they want. This VPN's keeping me right here. So I'm going to be here as long as they do. And when they leave, I'm going to get on with my stuff. Yeah, so that... Oh, orbital cannon. Oh, what's that going to do? It's going to do fuck all to me. Yeah, you might want to keep your distance from me for like... a bit. Because if he keeps doing the orbital cannon, yeah...
I'm gonna get one of my vehicles so we get the fucking transport.
Nice. This is the problem. If Rockstar do ban me for whatever reason, which is highly fucking unlikely, if they do ban me, I can just appeal it. It's like, well, I've got video footage to show that, yes, I was griefing, but I was griefing under the context of I was griefing the very people that are breaking your game. And do you know what's hilarious as well? There's a loophole in Rockstar's system. They go, oh, you know, people are doing money glitches, people are doing this. It's like, right, so you want people to buy shark cards, okay. How the fuck are people meant to make money? Well, how the fuck are they meant to do anything, in that case, so that they don't have to buy shark cards if people like this are fucking griefing them? And they'll probably turn around and go, oh yeah, but, you know, that means then they... Oh, they probably even wouldn't do that. It's not even going to come to that, because Rockstar ain't going to do shit. They never have. God mode glitches, fucking... Don't get angry, man, because that's what they want. They want you to get angry. If you don't get angry, they'll eventually get bored because they realise they can't get to you. That's all tryhards do this for. They do it for a reaction. When they don't get their reaction, they're like an attention whore. When the whore doesn't get the attention that they want, they move on and they go do something else and they go bug somebody else. Is this his bike? Oh yeah, it is. Nice. I'm going to take this car real quick. That changes all the time, don't pay attention to that. If somebody kills you more than 10 times in a session, it always comes up with arch enemy. It's fucking stupid. Best thing you can do is... Well, yeah, go in passive, yeah. I'm not stopping you. I'm not holding you in my CEO. Do you know what's hypocritical about these lot? They go, you're in God mode, you're griefing. Says the one going around and fucking orbital cannon and everyone, innit? Calm down, man. They want you to get angry. I said this. They want you to get angry. Right, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do you a solid here. I'm going to do you a solid. I'm going to retire and then you can go in passive. He's not a hard cunt. He's just a wannabe tryhard, a KD warrior, a little wannabe tough guy behind a TV screen. He's a nobody in real life. He can orbital cannon people all he fucking wants, but in reality he's a nobody. And he has to go to sleep thinking about that. He'll go to sleep every night realising he's a shit stain on the society of fucking the world. He's a nobody, he's a low-life scumbag piece of shit, he'll never have anything going for him. Oh no 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 no. That's the thing. I don't do that. If I want somebody to go missing, I'm not admitting to anything here, by the way. But if I want someone to go missing, I don't fucking warn them. I don't go, oh yeah, keep doing this. You're trying to be a tough guy. I'll just let it happen. Because then the thing is, I'll go to sleep at night knowing you pushed your luck, you crossed the fucking line. Now you've got to deal with the consequences. It's nothing on my back. I don't lose no sleep over it. They want to keep on doing that. I've got mates that can boot them offline and can destroy their fucking DNSs. I've sent a couple of them a message now anyway. So if they, I've just given them their gamer tag and what console they're on, and they'll do the rest for me. They'll find their IP. They'll find stuff like what DNS they're connected to, what devices they've got connected to that DNS. Oh no, not booted. No, worse. Do you remember I was explaining to you about the Trojan, where it completely destroys their DNS, so they have to buy a new one? Yeah, that. It's not an illegal act. The funny thing is, it's a loophole in the system. You can boot people offline because it's under the Data Protection Act of 1998. Any and all data that is conceived on the internet is free. So under that rule, I can gain your IP address, your internet, your email address. As long as it's on the internet, it's free. Obviously the Data Protection Act is there to conceal and keep internet data and that confidential, but it's a loophole in the system. All you have to do is request it. Yeah, I've seen the mask. It's that polka dot one, innit? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Is there a red one in that version? I might have to grab that. I'm just driving in the middle of nowhere. I don't actually know what I'm doing. I just read my stream, and that guy who's in the session sends me a message, and he goes, "Lol, imagine having to use God mode to do something. Imagine getting upset at somebody using God mode." Imagine. At the end of the day, we're the ones that are winning because we're getting the reaction out of them. They're the ones that are crying, not us. All mouth, that's all he is. He's just all mouth. He can act like this over a video game, but if he wanted to scrap in real life, he wouldn't do it. I'm normally not... B-A-R-K. Well, obviously that's not going to happen though, is it? Because he's from America. So unless you're planning on taking a plane ticket to America, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. I want to go to America. Well, I say America. I want to go to Canada. Oh, fucking hell. I'll... Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, man, like... Just... Try not to get too upset by video games, because there's no point. Yeah, it's frustrating. No, yeah, it's frustrating. Trust me, like I said, I've got mates that they've got some seriously extensive dark history. I don't get... No, he's not one of them. He's actually he's quite a nice fella. He's got a background to him, but he's a really nice fella. He's the one that quit GTA because of people like this. But obviously I convinced him to get it. He's proper sound. He plays GTA for the way it's meant to be. Plus he loves car meets as well, so... He loves car meets on GTA. Yeah, he got me into them. But yeah, you know... Yeah, I know where quite a few of them is. Oh, Kaiser left. So we just gotta wait for Azrael to leave as well. And then Malteser we can deal with on our own. I love how they're the ones that voted to kick me, and I'm still in here, and they're the ones that are leaving. Ironic, innit? Very ironic. All bark, no bite. I say it time and time again. You want to run your mouth, the consequences will follow. What, Kaiser? Yeah, he's gone, mate. He's gone. People that run their mouth on GTA are the same people that have a glass jaw in real life and will go down in one swing. It's just facts. See... I'm the type of person who I like to follow the law, but at the same time I also use it to my advantage because I obviously believe the system is corrupt. Which it is. The system is very corrupt. I'm the type of person that exploits it. Oh look, Malteser left, that's another one. Now we just gotta go kill Azrael and make him rage quit. This is what I was talking about, is the don't get angry, let consequences speak for themselves. Whether they got banned, they got booted, they got kicked, it doesn't matter. They probably did get booted offline, but that's neither here nor there. At the end of the day, actions speak louder than words. You can give it some, but unless you've got things in your corner to back you up and make you a scary fucking individual, you're better off just keeping your mouth shut because you're a fucking nobody. I have mates that have been locked up in fucking... All bark, no bite. Actions speak louder than words. I'm the type of person that doesn't flaunt it. They all think they're tough behind a TV screen. Like this guy, he's fucking running me over with his night shot for no reason, even though I've done nothing wrong to him. See what happened? I don't even do that. I learned the hard way from that, because you can show someone their IP. I've done it before and they haven't blinked an eye. They go, oh, that's any random person's IP. The one thing that I used to love doing on the PlayStation 3 was pulling someone's IP, having like a row with them or having a conversation, and then I turn around to be like, George, if I was you, I'd shut your fucking mouth real quick. And they go, what? It's like, George, be careful. You're picking the wrong fight here. I actually had a guy called Liam on the PlayStation 3. I'll never forget it because I fucking reduced the poor fella to tears. I had a row with him on the old Black Ops 1. Nice. I had a row with him on Black Ops 1 because I was using the commando setup and I was drop shotting people and fucking rinsing people out. And I had a row with him and he was being racist and being a cunt and all that shit. And I was a little one back then, but I managed to learn how to do booting and IP pulling when I was young, purely because I had quite a few friends that loved doing it for little YouTube vids and stuff like that. And this guy Liam, he turns around, he's like, you fucking, you know, N-words, like, you cheating little fucking retards, and then and then obviously because I was a squeaker back then, it wouldn't have been as scary, but I turned around and was like, Liam, if I was you,
I'd stop what you're saying because it's going to end very badly.
And he ended up saying like, how do you know my name? How do you know this? It's like, don't ask me. You know, I'm not going to admit to nothing. Snitches get stitches. Yeah, IP doesn't mean nothing. You could literally fabricate an IP randomly and send it to someone and be like, oh, this is your IP. But if you say their real name out loud, that's when they realise the chips have fallen, because real names are hard to fabricate, especially when the person you're talking to is their name. I don't like fucking flaunting that sort of stuff, but no, I doubt that. Best mate is somebody that you've known for a while that's on the same wavelength. Like, we're on the same wavelength, but obviously you've got to get to know me quite a bit, because I have got different sides, different ideologies. But yeah, you are a good mate. Yes, the other side is very rare. I only get seriously angry. Got a random person on my stream say, so gone. That's what I mean. I've got friends that have been locked up in HMP currently because they've done all sorts of things like kidnapping, murders, armed robbery, stuff like that. Shit that you hear about and shit that you see in video games, but you never really see it in real life because it's quite a rare occurrence. Hmm. Hmm. Now, hmm. Like I said, I'm a very hands-on person. Whatever I don't do on the internet, I deal with in person. And I don't believe in forgiveness. I don't believe in mercy. I feel like if somebody crosses a line and they need to be put in their place, they need to be taught a lesson. Mercy isn't on the table. You just need to go all out and teach them a lesson, degrade them as a human being, and reduce them to the very bare bones of their humanity, which is things like fear and, you know, guilt and resentment and the building blocks of who you are as an individual. Hmm. Fear is just a social construct that's designed to keep you in place as a human being and teach you to be, well, teach you to be fearful of the things around you. Once you get rid of that construct and you realise that fear is just an ideology and you can ignore it, nothing becomes scary to you. I don't... Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, the one thing I always live by is I fear no man. The only man I fear is God. God is the only person you gotta fear. Hmm. There's a guy with a bounty on the water. I can't tell if he's in a boat or on a plane. Can't tell what he's actually doing. Oh, he's on a boat. Hmm. You would have gone missing. You end up in the bottom of a suitcase somewhere. a good old saying, isn't it? Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. The saddest quote that I've ever heard come out of somebody's mouth is that the only people you can trust are your enemies because at least you know their true intentions. That is sadly true. With your friends, you can never tell what their intentions are because you're so blinded to that social construct of friendship and being their close mate and trusting them, whereas your enemies, you don't have to trust them because you know what their intentions are, you know what their outcome for you is, which is why I always turn around and say the only man I gotta fear is God, because I'll take care of whatever I need to, God will take care of the rest. Differences between me and God is forgiveful, I am not merciful in any way, shape or form. You piss me off, I'll go to the ends of the earth to make your life miserable. Especially the one. Sorry, go on. Do you know what I might do? I might set up a. Do you want to join my Stand My Ground and what's it called? Yeah, I'll start a Stand Your Ground, and I don't know. I'm gonna let a random person take it so they can get a bit of money for themselves. That's alright. I've invited you to my motorcycle club. Yeah, I'll start a Stand Your Ground and I'll let a random person take it. Yeah, my gamer tag used to be Hellhound. That's alright. Yeah, my gamer tag used to be Hellhound. Because I used to enjoy hunting tryhards. Because I don't know if you know the story behind Hellhounds. Hmm. Do you know the one thing that I found out is that I loved calling myself Hellhound because, like, you know how you believe in magpies and how they're unlucky? In the Irish tradition, there's obviously hellhounds, and each hellhound has a different name and a different purpose, and they have different backgrounds. There was one hellhound that I loved in particular, was the Hellhound of Vengeance, or was the Hellhound of, just press circle. But yeah, I used to enjoy hunting tryhards with that name. Hmm. Don't touch it. It's a pair, yeah. Well, yeah, because one for sorrow, what is it? One for sorrow, yeah, two for joy, three for a girl, four for boy, five for silver, six for gold, seven for a secret to never to be told. Is what I grew up with. Ga frundi erni orvede ga angueriasil ni dithni nan eindre. No, I haven't. Varhadi ni trochi vainodrai ranum mionagre. Right, see, it's a Welsh war song. It's I have to pull it up for you real quick, because the translation from English to, well, Welsh to English is quite difficult. It's basically a war song, which is basically like, you know how the Maori or the Maori from New Zealand, they have like the hackers and they stick out their tongue when they're gonna, you know, like, it's sort of like an intimidation thing, but it's a story. Let me pull the English translation up. probably one of my all-time favourite songs that I've ever listened to. So hold on, I think I found it. Waiting for it to load. So Gai Frundi Erni Trehi, which basically means we cheat death from this rightful victory. Dai no brain ra nul, Yona gre vordai edo dumi, which basically means no one can defeat us and we are glad to plunge feet first into hell in the knowledge that we will rise. Dai no brain ra nul, Yona gre. Never understood Satanism.
Satanism is basically like slit your wrists and like
Basically praising the devil.
praising the devil, like not harming him. It's more of like a ritual.
It's like believing in Behemat, what's it called? Satanas, Lucifer,
Basically like believing in the angels of like the devil, basically.
Never understood Satanism, because I understand that in somebody's book Satan is a good guy. Hmm.
I wasn't really in the emo of that. I was just like one kid that you don't let fuck me because I'll scare you, I'll scare the shit out of you.
Hmm.
Say all these fucking weird words, or fucking you know what I said this stuff for years. I didn't slit my wrists to the point where I was going to kill myself. I'd do it, but not too deep.
Well, yeah, because obviously you'll sever the corneal artery, which is what travels the blood all the way through your body. Yeah. I never understood Satanism. It never made much sense to me. I feel like... Yeah. I feel like in somebody's book, Satan is the good guy. But in most people's book, and most in Christianity and religion today, and even in the big books themselves, a lot of people believe that Satan's the bad guy. But the way you got to look at it is like this: is that obviously God is the righteous. He is the judge, jury, and executioner of all religion. And obviously, I don't dispute that there's people who believe in Allah and, you know, all these fucking other different. Hmm. Here's a question for you. It is a little known fact question for you. Do you think the Grim Reaper is he the devil's retriever or is he God's angel? He's God's angel. Well, even though it's not proven, this is just a combination of my opinion, but also things that I've read that make a lot of sense, is that people believe that obviously when you die you either go up or down. The only reason you go up or down is because you get transported into limbo, which is the midsection of both hell and heaven. Is that the only way for you to go there was to be retrieved or escorted by the Grim Reaper, or the Angel of Death is what he was most commonly referred to. Is that he would escort you to your rightful place. He was only perceived as death and as, you know, wearing black robes with a scythe, because when you die. But the scythe was a very traditional reaping weapon or reaping farming tool for farmers. It's Azrael. Yeah, he's a nobody. He'll sit in there and he'll orbital cannon all he likes because he's a fucking nobody. Just let him do what he wants to do. He'll realise. Don't message him. Just let him be. Messaging him won't do anything. I've told my mates what they need to do. If they can do it for me, they'll take care of the rest for me. You know, if he's got anything like a VPN, then obviously it's going to be more difficult, but they're quite good at their job, so, you know, he'll get what's coming to him. Well, like I said, if somebody crosses the line, they want to behave like a brat. You know, consequences follow. Consequences are not merciful. Karma is not it's not a merciful being. Karma's a bitch. She'll choose your consequence for you, so he'll get what's coming to him. He's a nobody. He calls himself Azrael, but it's going to be ironic because when he dies, Azrael's going to be coming after him. You know, he may be considering himself as Azrael, god of death. Azrael is the god of death. He was considered like, I think it was either the Greek or the Latin version of the Shinigamis from Japan. The angels of death or the gods of death. A lot of people call themselves Azrael and Shinigami, but it's ironic because you're praising and worshipping that person now, but they hold no qualms. When you die, they see you as just a soulless entity. They don't give a shit whether you praise them or not. They're just doing their job as a deity. Hmm. See, I'm very on the fence about Satan because... Really? Why are you shooting at me? Don't make me do it. Be an idiot then. Be a fucking idiot. I didn't do anything to him. He got orbital by Azrael and yet he chose to pick a fight with me. He's a retard. Yeah, sure. If he dies, it's his own fault. He started a fight with someone that had no qualms with him. You pick a fight with me, I'll fuck you up. Simple. End of story. God, this car is awful because it's missing 2 front wheels. So, what is it you actually believe in Satan about? Like, what components of him do you believe in? We were born from dirt, we shall return to dirt. That sort of thing, yeah. Oh look, he left as well, yay! All the Tryhards have gone, we won. Well... I think because over the ages, because I was raised on good religion and God and Christianity and stuff like that. I believe in that God is. I don't believe he is the righteous forgiver. He is the righteous. I believe that yeah, he created all things. He did good things. But I do believe that Satan is the vengeful punisher. Because in the books he says he punishes bad people, which makes a lot of sense. Because if this helicopter kills him, I'm going to rinse him out. He In purgatory is what it's called.
They will find in the earth return as a spirit. That's what we call karma in the Hindu.
Hmm.
Karma means like we explain ourselves. I'm not a believer of it, but I've seen the vids and people around the world saying, "Oh, it's fake. People are putting a string and putting a chair forward." But if someone's there, why are they there? What's the purpose of being in the first place?
That's the unfortunate eternal question for humans though, because nobody knows why we've been created. Everyone just reckons we're a science experiment, which we could be. We could potentially be a science experiment, which would make a lot of sense because this is just my conspiracy, what I've developed over time, and it makes a lot of sense. When you look back on the ages and you look back at how humans have behaved and how we have acted towards each other, what unspeakable crimes we have committed against each other and humanity itself, is that I reckon we are some sort of science experiment. If there is a religion, like just pulling away from religion, I believe in the science aspect that we could be some kind of experiment to see whether humans can be entrusted with a mantle of responsibility or a mantle of great power in order to keep humanity going. With that being said, it's obvious that we're not deserving of the mantle, because what we have done through genocide, what we have done through crimes against humanity of things like rape and torture and kidnapping and trafficking, that it
This COVID-19, I feel like, don't be that to me or anything. I don't know myself, but I'm just gonna say it. The drugs that given us this to show how well we respond and how well we react and how well we work together to solve this problem of COVID.
mm, yes it,
Like you were saying, the emergency vehicles. I think now that they're giving us this for us to wake up a bit.
me personally, I believe that corona is a population control virus. It's so oddly specific at how it targets your lung system, the most important system of your body which keeps you alive and breathing every single day. Once that deactivates and once that's gone, we die. I reckon it is chemically, genetically and biochemistry engineered to purposely target humans, because we are 7.8 billion, nearly 7.9 billion strong on this planet. The resources are slowly dying out. The crude oils, the fossil fuels are slowly dying out to the point we're having to convert to bioelectricity, we're having to convert to hydroelectricity, organic fuels, biofuels. I reckon that because and if you even look at films are oddly specific. It's like we know as a species, as a culture, as an entire race, we know what we're doing to this planet, we know what the consequences will be if we carry on, but yet we choose to make films about it instead of changing. You had the film 2012, which was about the supervolcano in Yellowstone Mountain that's due to explode at some point and completely wipe out the face of humanity. You've got Geostorm, which is, if we carry on, there could be a mass geostorm which can combine with all things like tsunamis, electric fields from thunderstorms, from lightning storms. Even typical things like pollution can set it off. Like, I reckon we are an experiment, and so far we're fucking the experiment up. And it's just going to get to a point where someone's going to push the big red button and say, fuck it, I'm done with these lot, restart. Which is probably what the Big Bang was. There was a world before us, there was a species or a subspecies before us, we fucked up the experiment, the people got fed up that were controlling us, or the aliens that created us, and what they decided to do was press the big red restart button, blow the entire planet up and let it restart from scratch. That's just my conspiracy.
But it's not. When the next Earth comes, it will all be reborn again, and then we've got like a second chance.
Yeah, potentially.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, potentially.
I was born in 2003. When the Earth gets to the point where it's going to be 2003 again, I
You do realise the Earth is a lot older than that. The Earth is like one point some.
I'm just saying that how long it's been, isn't it?
Yeah. Nobody actually knows how old the Earth is. That's the strange thing. Which is weird because we can pick up a fossil and go, this is 1.2 million years old. We can pick up a piece of sediment or obsidian from 6 point something million years ago, but then we can't date how long the actual Earth is, which makes me believe that something ain't right, somebody's chatting shit and somebody needs to give us answers, but that's neither here nor there. At the end of the day, we'll find out as a species what happens to us eventually. I mean, the thing is, if that was the case, I believe that even if somebody did know, the lives of many outweigh the life of one. So even if they did know, it would be a worthy sacrifice to sacrifice themselves to let out the truth in order to save the lives of God knows how many. It's like with wars, you know. If you're a soldier and you see like a Taliban village or a terrorist village or something, and it's filled with civilians, and in that village you know there's terrorists, but you can't tell them apart because they're disguised. I personally believe the necessary evil and the lives of many outlay the lives of a couple of the people you're targeting. And I know a lot of people wouldn't agree with me, but I'm the kind of person that would be like, well, I've got to sacrifice a few lives to save a lot more. So it'd be like, we'll just blow the entire fucking village up then. I see that's where it becomes tricky, because I'm the type of person, if somebody goes up to me and goes, oh, there are like 6 women laid down on a train track, and they're on the other train track there's one person, this one person is completely innocent and the others aren't, I'm still the kind of person that, as much as I would hate to say, listen, I know you're innocent, but your one death could make 6 people's lives better, and it could make 6 bad people turn good. It's like Batman. He has to commit a necessary evil to save people, which is why I believe Joker wasn't such a bad person in the end. He was taking necessary evil actions to commit good, but obviously it was perceived as evil because the social contract determines you have to be a good person to commit good things, which isn't true. It's like me. I'm using God mode, which is what you would consider a necessary evil, to help the majority of the people on GTA enjoy the game. If I get banned, so be it. At least the people that I helped enjoy the game. At least the people that I killed, or I killed the Tryhards. Joker. Azrael. He's neither. Azrael's neither. Those kind of people, they don't change. I believe that people that want to change will change, and they acknowledge what they're doing is wrong. The people that don't, and the people that deserve to die, and the people that are scumbags that have no intention of changing, they are the ones that will suffer the consequences the most. Yeah, I believe that if somebody wants to be good, they'll choose to be good. If somebody has no intention of being good, they'll never change. They'll always be a scummy person deep down.
I've been a bad person in life because I used to bully so many people. But then I changed. Like, I showed myself, I sort of stopped bullying people and I sort of made my own rules on others. And I feel like I'm a better person now. And I've changed for myself. And I'm maturing. People that I bully me, but personally, I forgive them. I have their contacts now. They come and text me all the time. I have their stuff on their Instagrams, their Facebooks, I've got their numbers, WhatsApp. They fucking text me all the time. And it's like, what? Because I feel like if you're a bad person, you change. In the end, you're getting like. So I didn't even know you before you start telling me, oh, you're bullying me. Like, I'd never thought that I would be something like that. I'd never ever believed that you might talk to. So I personally put myself out there to go out my way to make other people's lives better, who I didn't know. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
I've personally done that, and at the same time, if you saw what I've done, I didn't even know what I was doing until the fact that I saw what people were doing, and as me being adult, I saw this is not right,
Mm.
and I changed for the better.
See, I'm the exact same. I was on the short end of the stick when it comes to bullying. So I was, I suffered with it quite bad. But now it's like, well, even though I hold a resentment against those people, and I still remember their names, their faces, their addresses, I remember it all. Even though I remember it all, I enjoy bullying bullies. Because it's like, well, you gotta fight fire with fire.
I was a bully. I was chasing my money, and I ended up bullying bullies. People that, like, because I was the top bully in my school, and people went over me. So there was like a race of like bullies in my school.
Hmm.
If you were a bully, then those bullies won't bully you. But when you start to climb up, they will overreach you or jump over you, and then they will start bullying you.
Well, yeah, it's because your own kind will not fight you. Your own well, unless you're a human, your own species will fight you. But you see it a lot. Species won't necessarily attack each other because they recognize.
Yeah, once I'm gonna raise my tail and
Yeah.
run for animals, just stop me.
Problem is, the mindset behind bullying is so basic. Is that I keep saying it to all my mates. They go, why do you always get involved when people are bullying? Why do you always get involved when people are running their mouth? It's like, well, it's because exactly why you think. If you let a bully run their mouth and you let a coward or somebody who's trying to pick on other people run their mouth, they'll forever think that they can get away with it. Whereas if you deal with it,
It's this mask right here, look.
what mask is that? Oh, that one.
Look at the mask. I'll show you why I like having it glowing. Just look at the mask.
Because I've got something similar like that.
Yeah, look, it glows.
Oh, it does glow, yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I think it like glows really illusion. You what, bruv? You what? Are you mad? Piss off, you bully cunt. Hey, let's me and you just go around blowing up as many enemies as possible. Oh fuck!
It's alright.
That was you!
I'm just gonna nosedive straight into the floor. Oh,
I didn't even know it was you!
no, that's alright.
I say that, I'll blow you up. Oh. Oh.
No, with my friends it's a different story. I'm not really too bothered anymore about GTA or dying on it. Plus I don't. The only thing I don't know how to do is how the fuck do you do that Gorka thing? I might do it now and try and get it in red. That's alright, I'll go there now. I'll find it, don't worry. I'll find it. Really? Fucking guy, man. Driving past him, he crashes into me and then tries fucking shooting me. You spastic. Level 34 as well. People wonder why I kill people that shoot at me, because if you're going to start a fight, at least be careful of who you're like picking targets. I don't even think it's that. I just think people who start a game who have guns in it, they pick up a gun and go, I must purge the earth of this heresy. And they immediately think they're fucking some kind of God's reaper, God's angel or something like that. Yeah. Right, so what is it in the casino?
Yeah, it's in the casino. When you go to the jackets bit, it's on the hoodies. If you just go all the way down to the very bottom, on 9, so it'd be 9, because it goes up to 12, isn't it? If you go to 9, hoodies, you should go down where it says like all these waterproof hoodies. There's the original hoodies, the diamond hoodies, but you're not going to want to get them. You're going to want to get the original, like these yeah, there's a red, but it's a full red with the black outline.
Oh, my lucky wheel spin's ready. Oh, to get that car.
Luxury valet and concierge services are available to VIP members. Indulge. You deserve it.
Oh, there is. Let me send you a screenshot of the thing. I don't know how you're going to merge this with like different colours. But let me send you this
I'll
screenshot.
figure it out.
I'm just going to send you the screenshot. I don't know if you like this or not, but this is like the closest one to the one I have. Oh yeah, this is like, it's like a full red. But that's like the closest you'll probably get.
Are you kidding me? I almost got the vehicle. I got 15k RP instead.
Well, I mean, that's better, I guess.
I'm 374. I don't need to level up anymore.
I'd choose the RP any day.
Right, let me see if I can figure this out then.